Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Dave with Absolute Car Guys. Today we are Absolute Truck Guys. Actually, Absolute Snow Plow. What we have here is a 96 F250 four-wheel drive snow plow package. It's got the 351 fuel injected quality motor. This one only has about 80,000 miles, believe it or not, on the original drivetrain. So what I've got is I have our snow plow that we use to plow the drive to our shop, and of course it's leaking right when we need it to work. She's leaking down. So cylinders look good. The lines we actually replaced about a year or two ago, so they're all good, new. It appears it's leaking in behind this panel, so I'm going to go ahead and take this panel off. We're going to see what's going on in here. Why don't you come along with me? Got a couple screws here on the top. Oh man, of course, they're at a weird angle just to make it interesting. And they're not rusty at all. Yeah, they are. Now, luckily, this plow came from a church, and the church actually did not use salt. They had a salt spreader on this, but I think the first year they started using it, they actually backed the spreader into something and broke it because it was plastic. So the majority of its life, this truck has not had a salt spreader on it. So this plow's not as bad as it could be, even though she's got some age on her. So this is a Boss plow, 7'6". All right, I think we're gonna have to pull this pin and probably put it in the float position so I can relieve this pressure, because the way these work, they're power up and then it's just gravity down basically. But it does have, if you put it all the way down, it's actually in the float position where it's on the ground, but it'll kind of float a little bit as the thing moves. But when it pops out of the float, it just tries to hold. So that's kind of what's messed up. So let me get something we can pull this out of here and probably put it in the float position. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna pull this. Just got a little carter pin in here. Get this all there, if I can do it with this. Come on, let go. Come on. We'll be putting a new one of these. A couple years ago, I bought a cotter pin kit. They're pretty cheap. I can tell you they're worth it when you have rusted ones. So I think now this is kind of tight. Yep. Let me go in there and put it in a float position, see if that releases it. You guys keep an eye on this, see if it lets go. Did you hear it click? See it let up? Yes, no? Nope, let's bump this. That's not working. Oh, let's see here. I think I bumped it to the float. Try it again. Keep an eye on it, let me know. Now when it goes in the float, if I remember correctly, whoa, my microphone's falling off here. It goes in the float, if I remember right, this should work. but it doesn't. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. There we go. Get out here. There. Look at that. Whoa. Now we're into a mess. All right. So it looks like it's just coming out the vent. So I had lost some stuff and I added some fluid to it. So I'm kind of wondering did I maybe add too much? I'm going to watch the float here in the middle, because there's also a chance, if the pump got low, it could have been cavitating, something like that. It does not look like anything major bad is happening. It just appears to be doing its thing like it's supposed to. So I'm just going to go ahead and put fluid in here and watch this little float, see what happens. There's a little, I know it's really hard to see, but there's a little pink float right here. I kind of think that's probably meant to pop up. Like I said, I did change all these hoses about 2 years ago. And then last year we didn't actually get enough snow. So I'm kind of wondering if I did not get all the air out of it or something like that. And so when it just worked all the air out, made the pump cavitate and may have pushed some of that out. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep putting fluid in it until I see it do its thing. Because that little float should begin to pop out. And I'm going to guess that you fill this in the down position. Whoa, there it goes, coming out the top. Let's see if I can get you in here. So, all right, this is the pump motor. This is the electric part. So there's the power, you hit it, this turns on. This is the actual pump unit, as well as the storage container for the hydraulic fluid. So if you look right down in there, I don't know if it'll show. Right there. See that little pink thing? That is like a float. And I think it's supposed to float to the top when it's full, but it didn't. So it looks like my leak has just been running out the bottom and going down on my hitch. So this is where you typically fill up, and you can see it's full. So everything else in here seems to be okay. So I am going to put it back together, clean up my mess, and give it a try. Okay, I got her all buttoned up here. So got the cover back on. I went ahead and put some lube on these where these screws go, suck the screws back in there. I actually put some lube on my fittings that are going to be exposed to the weather. I got my pin back in there, and I put a new Carter pin out of my kit. Like I said, that's a handy tip to get your own kit. So let's go ahead and give her a pump. She should raise and lower now and be a lot happier. See if I can do this without turning the truck on. There we go. She's up and working now. So I'll get out there on the road, give her a try, see if we can get the drive all cleaned up. So thanks for coming along. I'm Dave with Absolute Car Guys. Today, Absolute Truck and Plow Guys. But Please subscribe, like the video, enjoy the ride.